Regardless of your view of Twitter and whether you use Twitter or not, there is one very good, very beneficial, very powerful aspect of Twitter that you can put to good use, and that is for research purposes. And you do that by using the lists feature. So I create a list of, let's say, I'm interested in the law, I'm interested in changes in the law, I'm interested in changes in legislation, I'm interested in new cases, new decisions, I'm interested in bills, in developments, in modifications to existing statutes, law and so on. I'm interested obviously in decisions from the Circuit Court, High Court, Supreme Court and so forth. I have a list though, I create a list in Twitter of accounts that I follow, and in that list it will be solicitors, it'll be barristers, it'll be the likes of the WRC, it could be the Law Reform Commission, it could be other relevant bodies that will be tweeting about the law, changes in the law, new decisions and so on. And in that list, they are the only tweets that come up in the list. So when I refer then or check into Twitter, rather than wading through a whole morass of nonsense about trending topics and political events of the day and sport and so on, I go to that list and it will keep me abreast of any changes, any developments in the law. But not only that, there's another huge benefit to it, and that is that a lot of the top firms have Twitter accounts, and they have associate solicitors carrying out research and doing blog posts and publishing content, developments in law, developments in the new bill, for example, in respect of working from home and the right to request to work from home and so on. A lot of the big firms have a lot of associates, they have legal executives, they have secretaries, they have interns and paralegals and so on, and they are producing very good, very well researched blog posts and so forth. Again, all of these end up in my list, so that when I go in to check my list in Twitter, my law/legal list in Twitter, I'm completely kept abreast of every development in the Irish legal landscape or in business or whatever I choose to put into that list. So that is how I use lists in Twitter. I use it for research. It's very, very good, because once I see a change, then I can actually take what somebody has done, some of the big firms have done. They've done a very extensive research piece, for example, on a new law that's coming in and the changes that's going to bring about implications for employers, employees, or whatever it is. I can then have a look at that blog post or that piece of research, and I can write my own blog post, my own sort of piece of content, and publish it on my website. But I'll be doing it in my words, my way, paraphrasing it and explaining in plain language as I do the implications of the particular change or implications of a particular decision or whatever. I don't have to be fretting too much though, because from one day to the next or from 1 week to the next, I can simply dip into my list, check through the tweets. Remember, they're all relevant tweets to do with law or business or whatever it is I'm interested in. Check through them all, see is there anything of real value or real interest, see is there anything that I want to run with and take and paraphrase, make a blog post myself, put my own spin on it, put it into my own words, communicate with my people, my fans, my followers. Then that's the benefit of Twitter. So even though some people will say that it's a sewer and it's a cesspool and it's this, that and the other, it's a fantastic tool for research if you use it properly and if you harness it correctly. And the way to do that is lists. Create lists of stuff that you want to keep an eye on, relevant stuff. Now, whether you're self-employed like I am, like a solicitor, or if you're an accountant, or if you are into nails or into whatever, you may be a student, you may be involved very heavily in a career and be very concerned about career development and so on. Again, the same principle applies. You can use Twitter lists to do the research for you, because remember, there are people out there publishing fantastic pieces, fantastic blog posts, fantastic tweets about the very thing that might interest you. And as I say, you have a tool there for free. Remember, you can get a Twitter account for free, and it's going to deliver these tweets, these well-researched pieces, directly to your list. And you can just go through your list then every few days or once a week, and you can take it and run with it and put your own spin on a particular decision or a particular development or whatever. Hope you find this video useful. If you do, I would appreciate if you gave it the thumbs up down below. Hit the old like button. Thanks a lot.